Welcome viewers, this is Wadidja. As what did you do? What did you think? What did you enjoy? Here we are for more of the first Descendant as we continue our series of increasing module socket capacity. This is episode 13. I decided to go ahead and continue on with Ultimate Lepic and see what I can finish out before changing over Descendants, especially seeing that we can now change the module socket types depending on our build or depending on our settings. We have, we can have different settings for our module builds. So we can now also change our module socket types depending on the actual setting. So let's see, let's move over here for a second. And so, yes. So if you go to your Descendant, so each one of these tabs here, as far as the loadout slots, we can actually change our module socket types to suit whatever our build is at the moment after this update 1.0.7. So I'm hoping that things will pan out across my different builds, because I'll be honest with you, we're trying to maximize the potential of the character. It's, depending on what I'm trying to do, it's a little tough to have everything line up perfectly in the way that I'm looking to have it. So I may wind up doing maybe 2, 3, maybe 2 or 3 more different build slots here to cater to the void intercepts and the different damage modifiers that that you have to deal with. Not really modifiers, but the resistance types you have to cater to in regard to the enemies to actually stay on your toes. So I'm gonna approach that aspect after this. So yeah, so just real quick here, take things in order before I go through the build a little bit more. Just go ahead and show you real quick my customization options real quick. Nothing fancy. I actually do have simple taste, to be honest with you, and I like this kind of Winter Soldier look that's kind of going on here. But yeah, this is the Reaper to Battlefield skin with the 44th Grenadier mask. Colors are real simple. Kept pretty much everything stock except for the last one, adding the plastic matte. Basically covering up the red that was there. That's it. The mask, pretty simple there as well. Just added one on this plastic matte black to match everything else there. The rest of the colors seem to come together well. There was even some green in here, which went well with this, as well as the black to go along with it. The solid black that you can kind of get here that we can't buy, unfortunately. But yeah, all that did was just cover up the white there. Oops, I didn't mean to paint that like that. There we go. And went with this ammo supply backpack. And the spawn, I mean, I've had some choices. This is the one that came with the Ultimate Lepic pack here, which is cool. I don't know, with his arm being the way it is, and there's the mechanical aspect of things. I mean, to have this Thunder and Lightning spawn, which Bunny comes with the Bunny Ultimate Pack bundle. I don't know, it really looks cool to me. This is a cool one too. That comes with the Ajax Ultimate bundle. So for right now, I'm just going with this here. Nothing special. One of the skins you get, I think it was from the Battle Pass or something like that for the grappling hook. If anybody's curious about that, I think, let's see. I don't know, does it? Can I see it real quick? or it may have. Yeah, here it is. Here it is. Right, it's the reward here. Um, but yeah, so what we want to do is now go ahead and move over to the build, like I was sort of showing you briefly, just but explaining the point of what we're doing in the episode here. I'm working on 3 builds at the moment. This Transcendent on increased efficiency, this tank build, and an ultimate Lepic build, which basically uses his 4th ability as is, but somewhat of a DPS-ish hybrid. It's a hybrid kind of a build, I think, more so than anything else. Um, Between like a tank and DPS sort of situation. Just left it as ultimate Lepic right now until I decide on a name for it. I was kind of thinking of DPS tank, but I don't know. Ultimate Lepic. But this Transcendent mod here allows us to increase efficiency. It allows us to recover MP with critical hits, but it changes the nature of the 4th ability, where enemies hit, bullets take burst damage, um, rather than the static sort of ball that hangs in the air that he can shoot, called overkill. Um, so to cater to that, I have a lot of critical hit resistance in the build. I mean, critical hit rate, excuse me, skill critical hit rate in the build, along with trying to cater to, a little bit of critical hit damage. The crit hit rate is kind of like the most important. But the crit hit damage, of course, is good, so that when it hits, it's giving good damage. Um, Things to also to reduce my skill cooldown, because I don't know. I really do like the idea of having abilities up and available as soon as possible if you have the MP. That's the only catch. If you don't have the MP, the skill cooldown doesn't do you a lot of good, except for the fact that skilled cooldown comes in handy when it comes to his close call, as far as his passive and being able to recover his health, you know, and yeah, his HP in proportion to his max HP. Um, you know, Keeps him from dying. So that's regardless of what the skill reduction is doing, a skill cost reduction is doing, skill cooldown rather, uh, is adding to that, but also to catering to the fact that he has singular, as well as tech abilities, like the overclock here, which gives us our burn, is singular. Tech here, the trash and grenade is singular, but really doesn't do damage. But range definitely works well not with that. I do have that on another build. But singular to add to the overclock, tech to add, and skill power to add to our number one uh, grenade throw. Excuse me, still trying to get over this code. And also two for our increased efficiency, or the number 4. Time distribution here for skill cooldown makes HP, and some nibble fingers here, to go along with all that. 1 second here. And like I said, to increase that. But yes, didn't want to deny the defense, increase shield, and max shield, because to me those things are always necessary, including your resistances. Right now, with this right here, I tend to rely on my components for my resistances, unless I'm going into the void, in which case I'd want to put something in there to get to at least to the minimum thresholds that they recommend for dealing with the resistance of the boss, of the colossi. So here's my tank build, catering to resistances, all types of damage types for survivability, that would come into your character. A little something for skill power here, for the tech for his number 1 and number 4. Some critical hit resistance here to add to this. But to be honest with you, I was thinking about putting in front lines maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it pans out. Agony for max MP defense, critical hit resistance. And critical hit resistance, important to note that critical hit resistance really only it reduces the critical hit resistance for firearms. Unfortunately, the mod does not tell you that, which is kind of lame. Um, and hold on, let me move my camera for a second here. Okay, yeah. That way, anything that's over here is not being hidden. Um, HP, shield, defense, some cooldown, and HP. Like I said, this number 4 is good to get the cooldown as low as possible if you're looking to use it, rely on it. And it in that kind of aspect, the gameplay really does kind of tie into another mod which will allow you to kind of get benefits with low HP. Um, or builds like this, or using things like with Iron Will, for example, giving you greater defense with lower shields. Yeah, so something like this here. Overcharged sub attack, for example, HP recovery minus 50% for 10 seconds, 100% chance. Um, just anything that works off of low HP or 50% less HP, giving you more damage, is good to kind of marry with a low cooldown for your number 4, because you're going to recover 50%, and so you'll always stay at that threshold to benefit um, the extra damage or you know tankiness that you might get with 50% or less HP. And I'm trying to find out where that mod is for that extra damage situation with low HP. I thought I had it. That's a sub attack shit. I don't know. Maybe I don't have. Maybe it's not a gold mod. Wait a minute. Let me see something. Uh, hmm. Maybe I don't have it. No, it doesn't look like I have it. I don't think so. Either way, I typically don't play that way, working off of half health type situations. But it's an interesting strategy considering Lepic's passive. Um, and I'm kind of curious now. Like, hold on, let's see. Let's see if we can figure out exactly what that is. Hold on. HP. Here it is. Walking a tightrope. Walking a tightrope. That's what I'm talking about. So, like, your skill power modifier is 8%, firearm attack is 8%. That's the kind of thing I was talking about when your HP is less than 50%. Like I said, it's an interesting, high risk, high reward, so to speak, depending on how you build it out and depending on your game tactics and strategies. But yeah, that's an interesting one right there, definitely. Um, and you can click on acquisition and see where you can go ahead and grab it from there. But yeah, at some point in time, I think I may give a go at what that might be like. Once I go ahead and set it up in the manner that I typically will play. So yeah, so going, continue on with that point. Like I said, I do have this ultimate Lepic build where it's sort of a hybrid with some tankiness as well as benefits for his for damage, skill hit crit rate, for example. with the critical hit resistance and fire skill power for extra range, which really works great with the traction grenade. And for understand and update, well, the hotfix 1.0.7, and or was it this? They did another little hotfix after that. Either way, they've improved the traction, or when you have a range increase for this traction grenade. So some skill power modifier, skill cooldown, skill power and tech power modifier, skill cost, and max MP, because you know when you're using this here, you're draining MP constantly, and you know, so I'm thinking like more MP and less skill cost is great. Now you can do things with your weapon to like add an increased fire rate, to help boost the element, or sort of a stat stick, so to speak, to boost the nature of how the overkill will fire. I'm still working towards modding out my weapons, so I really haven't played around with that aspect too much. But you know, looking into things, that is something that one can do to help increase the amount of shots you would get out during that period of time. Um, so yeah, there's that. And yeah, so let's see, let me think. Right. So yeah, I will be doing things like that as time goes on. But yeah, so we are at a point too, from, oh yeah, well, let me cover this here. This is my farming build at the moment. I've got, you know, something for the void, intercepts, which will allow just one to cater to whatever the boss is. Right now, I think this is set up for like Hanged Man or something like that. Whatever the boss is for electric resistance, but definitely, you know, a reactor to cater to the Ancestress Devotion. You know, you want to have the weapon of in hand to get the benefit of the extra skill power increase over, say, one of these type of reactors. One of these type of reactors, the regular kind of rare ones, you just need the weapon in your equipped on your character. It doesn't actually need to be in their hand. Um, and let's see here. But yeah, this has to be in their hand when they're getting the benefit of it, unless they're switching over to a number 4 ability where the game will still respect the fact that it was mounted. Um, and like I said, I always go for, you know, strong stats across the board, covering every element: shield, defense, and health. Uh, let's see, what is it? What's going on with this here? Right. So even though health isn't the main stat on any one of these, it's a substat for this here, extra 140 here and an extra 839 here. So they're still covered. You know, this is just a normal Lepic type build. Let me think. Hold on. Oh, this is actually my. I need to rename this. This is actually my TC, my Transcendent mod one. Where do I want to do that? It doesn't matter. I can switch that, you know, whenever I switch over to it. It's no big deal. But yeah, so normally when I'm running Lepic, I like to always have, like I was saying earlier, my different resistances on each one of these types of mods, or components rather. Each one gives you a different one, you know. So, you know, toxin, electric, chill, and fire. And of course, given a you know, strong round off on all the defenses, HP, and shield as well. And it's always good to cater to,
this operation,
if you can, or just balance it out, their strong suits as far as their defense, shield, and HP, and they're listed here. And a good way to kind of compare is to just, you know, go through the Descendants and compare what their stats are looking like to see what's really their strong suit, because sometimes the numbers aren't really obvious about that point.
the most important.
So yeah, so that's a quick summary, as fast as I could get through it on everything. And like I said, right now I've got these components here for farming while we level our character, try to get the most out of what we can as regards to Kuiper and everything else. So, still got a couple more days on some of these extra boosters here, as well as take advantage of the drop rate modifiers that these components have as well. This one here, I have max shield on it because the dual stat for this isn't really all that pertinent to me. It's like item acquisition distance, and the other one is, if you were to give a dual stat for it, is I think S of search, um, area increase. Yeah, see, it's this S of time display, how long it stays up. So I'm not that pressed about that. I'd rather have a little extra shields or something like that to kind of help out in regard to surviving, in a hard difficulty for things. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and increase our module socket capacity by assigning another socket type. And like I said, I like the way his number 4 works normally, but I don't know. I'm really enjoying the aspect of the way this Transcendent mod works for this build here. So I'm gonna try to see what we can do in maxing this build out. And I think the best place I can get the most capacity again would be to go ahead and socket this with the Almandian socket type, and it will correlate with this build and this build as well. So like I said, you want to definitely try to match as much as you can socket types across the builds to cut down on how many times you might have to re-socket type, a different loadout that you might want to assign. So let us go ahead and do that. And once we do this, it's going to also to reset our level back to 1, and we'll have to level it back up to 40. So we're doing the Almandian. It'd be nice if they actually listed the name of it too. I mean, I know people just looking at the symbols, but you wouldn't want to make a mistake. So always make sure, double check before you do it, because these things aren't cheap to get, and they're a pain to farm, in my opinion. All the various different materials you'll have to acquire along the way. So we do have some room here for another mod, and it's in the interim, if I'm not catering to a particular resistance type, I do like the idea of having the extra range in place. So I'm gonna see what I can do with that. Let's see here where we at. Skill expansion. See, this is 15. There's not enough room for that. So maybe I can just do a. Let me see. Is there another one that maybe gives expansion, but just not quite as much and not quite as much of a drain? In the meantime, nope. But we can put that in there. Gives us a little bit more extra range, 12%. And so there we have it. Like I said, we're okay over here as far as capacity costs until we find a good Transcendent mod to go in with that. And this one here, we're okay on capacity. Definitely, since we just socketed this one, gave it a new socket type. So yeah, so let's go ahead, see what we can enjoy with this here, and working on our proficiency levels for on our different weapons. Try to get us to mastery rank 21. I mean, at the moment, I think the highest mastery rank is 25 or 26. I don't know. It's kind of bragging rights at this point to kind of get, once you get past 20, because once you get to 20, to me that's the most important, because that gives you your maximum mastery rank as far as having all your slots and slot capacity for your modules. After that, you get more slot capacity for inventory, storage, and consumable at to a certain point. Um, so, like I said, to me, I'm not that pressed about it, although will add up and be helpful. Um, at the moment, all I need to do is really just
This operation,
bring regular Ajax to
it's just
40
wiping them
and
all out.
build regular Lepic Fiesa and regular
Oh,
Glee.
my beloved daughter died.
I have
Hold
leveled
on a
up
little
and
longer.
enjoyed all the ultimate versions of them,
Your mom will
so
save
I'm
you.
not in that much of a hurry, and that's what I'll be focusing on as far as increasing their module socket capacity when the time comes. So let's go ahead and take a quick look here at what we need to maybe get another catalyst up and built, and it looks like we need some more macromolecule biogel and some more of the neural circuits. Um, there is a mission, I believe. I'm trying to see. I was trying to do a little bit of homework to see, like what's the fastest way to um, try to get some of these here. And I want to see, is this the one? I think this mission, right? Let's see. I think it's called, let's see, Fortress Courtyard, I think. Uh, Fortress Courtyard. Right. And normal mode on top of that. Because it's like, all I need is the neurals. I really, you know what I'm saying? I am not trying to impress the circumstance. And I mean, we're going to go private too. Um, so that, it's easy as possible. The game does have, it will scale depending on how many people are in a particular mission or map, but it doesn't scale properly in my opinion, in the way that you're sitting there going for um, I'm going to courtyard. So say if there were 3 other players in this map, the game would not respect the fact that I'm the only one queued into the mission. It'll make the game just as hard as it would be if all 4 people or all 3 people, the other people anyway, were in the mission with me, which is kind of lame. You know what I'm saying? That's not very helpful. With that being the case, so like if you want to just kind of get it done and you're not trying to make the situation harder on yourself than necessary, having setting it to private is pretty much the best option. What's the best way to get to this shit? White Knight Gulch is pretty, but it is a pain to fucking have to navigate around. Shoot first, ask questions later. And after we get this catalyst built, we'll go ahead and do some XP grind at wherever is going to be most efficient for that. Try to get her done. Fortress Courtyard.
Descendant.
And so,
to enter the fortress, we must secure the demarcation line by capturing the courtyard.
and see,
I've asked
like
Valley
with
to
this,
disrupt the enemy sections.
you
It seems like she's
supposedly
doing a
we
good
can just
job.
run up
The
here,
enemy forces are dispersing.
kill this boss here, and see, he'll drop that. We'll go in, and we'll get aboard mission. and then just rinse and repeat till we get what we need. And I mean, to me, that's like, it's so fucking lame to have to efficiently grind for some shit like this. But it is what it is. There you go.
Descendant, to enter the fortress, we must secure the demarcation line by capturing the courtyard. I've asked Valby to disrupt the enemy sections. It seems like she's doing a good job. The enemy forces are dispersing.
Supposedly they fixed the fucking ass auto aim and this shit.
Damn it!
Yeah, the auto aim seems to be working good, but I mean, I reduced all my factors till that auto aim to like super low. I mean, when the game first came out, it was sweet, but then they did something and fucked with it, and supposedly in one of the hot fixes, most recent hot fixes, excuse me, I think it was the one that they just introduced right after 1.0.7. It allowed us to, it supposedly fixed it. I mean, it seems to be okay at the moment. So we need, what, 4 more of those? I mean, this is a quick way to go about getting these neural circuits. I mean, keep in mind that it's, I don't know. It's supposed to be random as far as how many you get, but I'll be honest with you, you get more on you know, missions where you take longer with dealing with the boss. So, you know, you can get upwards of 3 to 4. You know, this is just giving us 2 per run.
Not doing good.
Descendant.
Of course, it's like a pain in the fucking ass to have to go back and forth to a spawn point to actually
I've asked Valby to disrupt the enemy section.
get us some extra
Seems
help.
like she's doing a good job. The enemy forces are dispersing.
So, okay, so we have enough for it. All right, so the next thing would be to go to, let's just go to a safe point here. We want to access the info. I think what we need is the macromolecule biogel. I think there's, hang on, let me check here. There's a thing for the battle pass too to keep in mind for a challenge. I think it deals with Echo Swamp. That will get us some battle coin for some of the goodies. Echo Swamp. I could have sworn I saw something like that when I was looking through this earlier. White Knight Gulch. I probably should have went ahead and cleared those to get that. Whatever. Oh, it's Agna Desert. That's what it is. Okay. Gravewalker. See, none of these give like battle coin, you know, and I mean supply shop, yeah, with this coin, and that's what I'm most interested in because it'd be great to be able to get enough to get this as well as this. You can only do that if you unlock everything else first. Shitty. Anyway, so we are trying to navigate to where we need to get this stuff here. So it's not, it's just Echo Swamp, whatever. And see, here we got another situation where it's like, you just might as well do this shit on easy. It's not, you don't, you know, if you're going after this and you're not worried about the other drops in regard to what that the missions could have, if you need something specifically for hard mode, just get the shit going about your business. I mean, it, you know, focusing your, both of these are strategic outposts, so it doesn't really matter. Excuse me. Focusing your grind effort on one task at a time tends to be the best for most stuff. I mean, unless of course you land to a mission that gives you, you know, multiple drops or towards a particular goal. But you really need to plot and plan for that. You know, there's a weekly rotation generally in regard to what these things are going to give you. And to me, the best option is to, hang on, let me make sure I'm at the right place here, is to check in with these particular areas to make sure that you are going to the right locations and to achieve your goal.
Time to flick.
Where's the boss at? Okay, looks like we got 15, which is great. Let's move out the way. I forgot how many we needed. Hold on. Oh, we got what we need. Great. So now all we need to do is go ahead and get this crystallization blueprint. All right, let's just take it on back to Albion for a minute. And most likely we'll probably be doing a Void Intercept, something like that too, to get what we're looking for. All right. Catalyst, crystallization catalyst. Let's see here. Hold on a second. And I believe there's another battle pass thing that does relate to these void intercepts. I'm trying to check on a group that might be wanting to team up. See here. Well, why is he going through all this trouble now when he's not going to be back for a couple of days? He's like, oh, let's group up for TFD. It's like, okay, cool, but it's a little premature, maybe. But all right. Apologize. Let's see here. Let me just check this battle pass too. Because there's a challenge here that does give some supply coin for like completing. Oh, right. It's this one. This one just came out. There's another one for removing Colossus parts from the Pyromaniac. I mean, you know, some of this shit they don't make fun in my opinion, but I don't think it's supposed to be fun. Combine modules. Yeah, my last episode I was combining modules, seeing, you know, like the realistic, showing it live, no faking the funk results as to what my experience with RNG is versus some of the hype people try to sell us down the road on, you know, recipes or drop, you know, or you know, just myths in regard to, you know, combining modules and what they feel like the results are going to give you when really it's RNG. It's based on your experience, and that's that. Oh wait a minute, there's another. That's right. There's another battle pass thing where they mentioned something about using the shape stabilizers. Yeah. Activate a shape stabilizer in amorphous material. Is it a particular one? Reconstructed devices. Okay, so it doesn't matter where. It doesn't have to be the void. It could be anywhere. Okay. All right. Well, then I'm not going to worry about that too much as to whether or not what we do goes after one or the other, because basically I want to try to get this as fast as possible. And let me see, which amorphous patterns do I have the most of? And that's not going to tell me how many I have there. You actually have to go to your consumables over here and look at your amorphous materials to see. Can't look at it as far as quantity. So yeah, we'll just look at the amorphous materials, see which one we may have the most of. We seem to have 5 of pattern 12 and 5 of pattern 4. And we have shape stabilizers for 4 and 5. Yeah, so I say pattern 12 and 4. Pattern 4. Oh, this. It'd be nice if this lets you know which amorphous material it correlates to. You actually have to look at the amorphous material to know which shape stabilizer works with it. Whatever. Okay. It'd be nice if they let you know too where you could use these amorphous materials, because it's not always evident as to where you can go to use them. I tell you, the back and forth you have to go through to just figure out some shit to do is tedious half the fucking time. It's just like, god damn, why? And so we're going after the crystallization catalyst. So really, the best one to use right now would be this pattern 4. This lets us know where we can get it, but like, hold on. Okay, linked reconstruction device info. Gravewalker. So, yeah, so Gravewalker is where we can use this. I can't remember what the fuck was going on with Gravewalker, to be honest with you. Hopefully it's not too much of a fucking pain in the ass. So let's use our Void Intercept build here. And right, so now the weapon's mounted, so we get the benefit.
The space-time fabric of the void is extremely illogical.
Is Gravewalker over here? Probably. No? Okay, Gravewalker is in the normal mode. Gravewalker's the first one? Okay. It just requires us to have fire resistance of 150. Okay. There's probably no need to really change this over. But I'm kind of curious as to what it would look like if we actually had to really worry about some fire resistance. What would I put in place of that? Right, so it would probably be this one here. Or this one. Depends on what I'll need to do. So fire resistance. Is it this one that gives us fire resistance? Nope. Is it this one that gives us fire resistance? Yep. So I had max shield in there. I think I took out max shield last time, so yeah, this will be fine. So like I said, we're fire resistant up. We got what? Defense, shield with HP, defense plus shield. Yeah, we should be more than fine for the point of this situation. So, Gravewalker. Might as well start a public. Might be able to help some folks out if that's the case. Now let's see, preset. What are we using? We're using a regular ultimate Lepic one. Let's play around with this one for a sec, see what we can do. Probably better to use the other, but we'll see how it works out. Come on with that help, boy. Come on with that help, big boy. And he's dead. Yeah, I tell you, nothing like coming in on a game when everybody's already leveled up for a situation. Oh no, no, I didn't just do that. Oh my god, I pressed the wrong fucking button. Oh my god, man. Oh man, that sucks. Silly me. Pressed the wrong button. Okay, well. I could probably just run the damn thing solo. I mean, but what's funny is like it kind of, I don't know. The bosses also too are easier when you run them solo. Like everything else in the fucking game. And it's kind of funny, it's set up in such a way, with, it's good to have it balanced in that way, but it's kind of funny at the same time because it's like, why run in a group? Outside of just the, enjoyment of playing with people you know, or camaraderie, for example. But it doesn't matter, in a way. At least I didn't press the wrong button when I used the amorphous material or something crazy. Use reconstruction device. That's what I meant to do. That's what I meant to do. Yay! We got the Christmas Vision Catalyst. Yay! Alright. We're out of here. So yeah, we can get this 8-hour build going on this. And go back to our grind to get him leveled up.
If there's something you need, you'll need to pay.
Why are you listing this here when I don't have the materials for that shit? Yeah. Alright. That's in the mix. Yeah, we don't have enough materials for weapons. I'll tell you. It's interesting how much I played the game and how much more shit there is for me to grind to do certain shit in the game. I tell you. Let me see something real quick. Yeah, I've played the game 294 hours at the moment. And it astounds me how certain people be like, oh, I've only played 250 hours. I beat all this, that, and the other. I got all the weapons. I got all the characters. And blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, that sounds fucking incredible. Almost unbelievable that you're able to do that much. Fucking unbelievable. Kind of curious about... Because, like, I'll be honest with you, I like just playing the motherfucking missions, man. I mean, it's rather enjoyable. I think you get, like, a little bit more XP and proficiency when you play in a group because everybody's kind of chipping in to the point. be great to be able to get some gold mods and some Transcendent mods. Because I really, there's certain things you can only get through combining, like shield and spear, for example. And luckily, during the last little update,
What's up, Wadidja?
hotfix, they let us know that the case when we look at those mods. Aishin, hey, good to see you in chat. Yay, yeah. Congrats on the build there on what did you get there? Ultimate Fiesta. Congratulations, and doing that Vault Girl color scheme for Glee. That's great. That looks awesome. That looks awesome. Sitting here again with the increasing module socket capacity, seeing if I can maybe during this episode get to a point where I actually take advantage of this module socket conversion thing where you can have different module sockets for each build. So we'll see how that goes. I mean, we're at level 3 at the moment. But yeah, I was just sort of trying to plot a quick route to see, like, if there's some missions I can just run and enjoy. Reward available at each interim review. That might give me some opportunities towards some gold mods and Transcendent mods, because I swear, man, I mean, I'm most interested in Transcendent mods, although the gold is good to get too, and be nice to get some Transcendent mods that I don't have, as well as besides all this Venom shit. Like I'm just like, it's just crazy how much they just love to give me Venom shit. And maybe I should keep with that in mind. Fuck it, let's go ahead and do this Venom thing here. Wait a minute. Let's see. This heart. It gives us here for hard too. I don't know. Let me see. Apply. So you can get Venom sentences at 1% chance. Generally, the percentage chance goes up. It goes up 1%. Oh my god, dude. Like I said, the game has just been ugly for me when it comes to trying to get fucking Transcendent mods. Fucking ugly on the RNG. They don't give me no love for shit. I mean, by comparison to how much I've kind of like pursued the point in different missions I've played to get it. Oh, what the fuck's going on here? Okay, I'm about to say don't freeze up on me. It's just no fucking love, really. Just no love. That's why it's just like I said, it's really kind of irritating. When people howl about, oh, I got this and I got that. And I hate the fact you gotta go all the way back to Albion and fucking switch that shit. Sucks. I have to go all the way back to Albion just to switch from public or private. Especially if you're standing in a safe zone area. I mean, hell, I can't even switch it to public or private for any of these other zones that I'm not even fucking in. Huh? It says public. I thought I was in private just a second ago. Huh? Ain't nobody fucking here. I'm not trying to have that shit more difficult than it needs to be. Can I change this to public, bro? See. Hold on. Why it's like this? Let me go over here and see, because which one is it? This has electric. Ain't nobody playing this shit like this. I mean, Most people are just fucking doing the farm shit one way or another. Everybody's over there doing that. Well, at least there's a gold mod over there. Maybe I can run over there and see what's up. Maybe I might get some gold mods that I can put together and have a chance at some of these mods that you can only get through combining. What the fuck did he just get XP for? What's up, Lepic? Howdy shaking, bro? We have a Sharon over here. Some shit. Oh, it's another Lepic. What's up, Lepic? Howdy swing, bro? Alright. Isn't this thing supposed to, like, something ain't right with this shit?
Shield is down.
Isn't it supposed to, like, have something for me to destroy or some shit? Or did it not spawn up because I was inside of there? Oh, there we go. It's just so fucking ignorant, man. I've never really cared for these things the way they're set up. I mean, to me, hang on, fuck this, man. These things to me are just really better set up for fucking Sharon, to be fucking honest with you. I mean, I think that's the whole point behind them, more so than not. Is to fucking just have Sharon infiltrate the fuckers and excuse me, and deal with it that way. I mean, other than that, it's just fucking, it just feels stupid to me. It just feels stupid, plain and simple. Linked amorphous material. And it's like, nobody's doing anything, man. I mean, like, I think about the most people are probably doing this fucking bunny cave shit. If they're still doing that, or either the Balby fucking farm, maybe. Is it Fallen Ark? Hold on. Let's see, was a Void Fragment, Fallen Ark District. Void Fragment. Is it this one? This is the infamous bunny cave? It's not even a fucking electric. I don't think anybody's gonna be over here either. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, this is electric. we can look at the characters and tell that they're not doing that. Maybe they're hovering around hoping somebody with a bunny's going to do it. Fuck it. Put this shit on private. See what I can do to just sort of have fun with it for a minute here, and hopefully we can get some halfway decent XP in the process. As I said, other than that, we'll give this a shot for a couple of minutes here, you know, at least next 10-15 minutes, because I do have to. I've only got to about 3:30, and I gotta go, you know, jump offline and get everything together, and then pick up my son from daycare. So
I prefer the Valby run over the bunny cave, TBH.
yeah, and it looks like the Valby farm is what? Where is it? Trying to see where it is exactly. Everybody's got all these videos about it. There's articles talking about it. Where is it? Where is this Valby farm? Okay, Forbes, you wanted to explain how popular it is, but not explain where it is. Okay. And I gotta deal with your fucking advertisements just to see just some simple shit.
It's in Fortress Frozen Valley, I believe. Outpost.
Oh, really? Okay. Let's go see if there's somebody over there. Without having to do, I mean, you know, I could do the song and dance where we're spawning around and see if we might get a different instance. But like I said, I'm on a limited timeline, so and that shit irritates me. Yeah, it's nobody over here. And whoever was here just left. There's somebody near me. Oh, just coming in. But a bunny. Yeah, they're probably looking to probably do it with another Valby to get that action going. Yeah. 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 This is a regular mission.
But yeah, if I'm leveling any other character, I prefer sterile land Cooper mining. More fun.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, it's okay. And the reason why I say it's okay is because the XP comes through pretty well. Not as fast as Fortress Defense, in my opinion. That to me is the fastest place to get it. You know, and if you're really working on your gameplay and your strategy, it can not be boring simply because of the point of getting through the content, you know, and actually trying to accomplish a win with that defense mission, trying to get to the reward waves, and that to me makes it quite enjoyable. But you know, it's the same environment, it's the same map, but again, the XP comes through wonderfully. Especially if the team is doing well, you can take it to the higher waves and get those rewards. Fucking excellent gold. I mean, excellent gold. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I think that's where I've gotten most of my fucking gold at. I mean, at 40 mil. I mean, I have no gold worries at all. although it just doesn't really offer that much in the way of everything else. You do get various different other materials and supplies, which you won't have to worry about when the time comes for various different other things. But and that's the reason why when it comes to like main, when I'm trying to do something, for the most part, it's just like one or two things I have to go get because I've acquired a lot of different resources grinding out some of these other missions. But, you know, this one's okay. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people come in here underwhelmed, I mean, underprepared for what this fucking you have to go through. Similar to Fortress Defense. Nobody's ever prepared for the point. The other thing, the reason why I don't particularly care for this one too much is because you get all these shit fucking drops. I mean, it's nothing that you can really utilize, so it's only good for materials. And at the same time, you're now taking up all your fucking inventory space to fucking deal with the fucking horseshit drops. You know what I'm saying? You know, and then have to spend your time sorting through the crap and deleting the horseshit. Like I said, Fortress, you don't get drops like that. You know, you get drops in the way of resources and gold all over the fucking place. And to me, that's worth my time more so than this horse shit.
Approachable for the casual player, and you are more likely to finish all the waves.
I don't know, to be honest with you. I mean, sort of sometimes. I mean, but a lot of people, like I said, they can't really hack it. You know, whatever the fuck they got on their build, whatever their level of character, they don't take it all the way to the end. I mean, there's been a million times, I mean, it's just by myself trying to finish it, or it's just me and one other player trying to finish it, just drags the fucking shit on. And, you know, you've got to do all this grappling and traveling from one place to another. You got all these fucking different areas. You got to run around trying to scope the ground and try to collect what the fuck is on the ground. I'm not that impressed with it because of the point of me trying to get what I want to get done quickly and efficiently. Now, I mean, if people find this more fun and more entertaining because you're running around, you're grappling and you know, you're running through this poison shit to fucking pick up all your drops and breaking down all the crap that gets in your fucking inventory that you can't use for any other fucking purpose, great. Great. I mean, I want to get my motherfucking character to 40, you know, sooner than later. I want to get, you know, my weapons up on proficiency. Though, and the enemy levels on this ain't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? At least with Fortress Defense on, they're on hard, they're what, 90 some odd or whatever. So just the reason why your proficiency comes in is absolute bat shit, because the enemy level isn't worth shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't know, like I said, from my point and the fact that I got a fucking ass level up, and you gotta wait for this fucking cooldown, I mean, you know, timer fucking shit. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of fucking Descendants to level up fucking 6, 8, fucking 10 times at least to have, you know, some, you know, maxing, you know, mid-max or min-max or whatever to basically increase the module socket capacity for. Like, I'm not trying to spend this kind of fucking time. I mean, you know what I'm saying? What? I mean, you know, I mean, I'm at level 8. I would have been at level 8 within the first, after the first wave or two, maybe, if not sooner, on Fortress Defense. I mean, you know, I'll run it out. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these early levels, you increase faster than your latter levels, but I'm not that impressed. I'm not that impressed with this mission. I mean, you know, it's okay, but to me, I find it almost more of a challenge dealing with Fortress Defense, thinking to myself, okay, how do I multitask my situation? What's the best strategic point for me to do what I'm going to do? I'm dealing with higher level enemies. I'm testing out my build as far as, you know, how durable I am, my skill strategy and tactic with using whatever build I have to deal with the enemies. You're not doing any of that shit with this bullshit. You're not, to me, I'm not gaining anything in the level of, my skill, strategy, and tactic, or the manner in which I like to play, at all. You know, I can run around and just hit these motherfuckers and kill them all day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what you fucking do? You know, I mean, like I said, even with these level fucking, what, 19 enemies or some shit like that, you got people fucking dying left, right, and center sometimes. It's just like, so, you know, it's kind of lame. It's lame. And I remember when people first started talking about this, like, oh, this is the best grind spot, you get all this, that, and the other, and giving their fucking ass clickbait and shit on their titles and articles, and I'm just like, really? I mean, if you haven't made it to Fortress, fuck yeah, do this, run it. You know what I'm saying? You know, it might be one or two other, I mean, to me, any of the other defenses would still be far more efficient. Well, really not any. You know, like I said, if you're just starting out, I always recommend go to Kingston Defense first. And then after that, go to Swamp. You know what I'm saying? As far as defense is concerned. So, yeah, I mean, that's where you get the fastest XP. I mean, that's kind of funny, but it's the same way in Warframe, too. Like, you know what I'm saying, you want, I mean, more than likely, unless it's some kind of hot grind spot, you know, opening up your relics and things like that is similar to like opening up the amorphous materials in this here. You know what I'm saying, you know, because they go so fast, because you're dealing with a higher level enemies, like I deal with what they call Steel Path, which is the, you know, kind of in-game level of gameplay. Fucking high level enemies, people, you know, a lot of fucking enemies with these, you know, like exterminate type situations. You're leveling fucking fast as shit. You know what I'm saying? You're getting fucking rewards for all kinds of various different things, materials too. Like it's the bomb biggies, but you know, they don't have it set up like that. But either way, if you're not, and see, going to that fucking ass screen, fucking put my ability on cooldown on top of that. That was one thing I realized too when I was using Balby on this. When you fucking go through the goddamn timer screen where they're like, do you want to abort or stay? And they're like, let's just wait for the timer, y'all. Ooh, isn't this efficient? Your fucking ability goes on fucking cooldown. And you gotta fucking rebuild your stacks and all this, that, and the other. By the time you get back in, you gotta rebuild the point of your range. Bitch. Fuck that shit, man. It's just, yeah, I don't know. Man, I got the wrong goddamn build. Damn. I meant to put on my farming build. No wonder. Whatever. I might be able to change in the middle. I still have my fucking void build on. Damn. At least I had the bonuses from my what you call these damn thing, booster packs. Shit. All this shit set up for the void. Damn. Like I said, you don't have all that fucking micromanagement you do in Warframe. I mean, you get some booster packs, you do it. And you gotta fucking add this, that, and the other, and all this other bullshit along the way. But then again, they don't have something like the component sets, you know, with these increased modifiers, like the first Descendant has, which caters to a free-to-play player. Now Warframe will have special events in various different weekends, and you get double XP, double gold. They'll have bonus missions, which give you better payouts than normal on a regular, if not daily. So to me, I think that makes up the point. And you're not having to deal with switching up your build or compromising your build for the point of the fucking modifiers. And the modifiers to me, I mean, like, it's going to help you, but if you know, they're not really doing you some huge fucking favor. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's this bullshit? What's this bullshit they got here? What is this? I can stand there, let them shoot me all motherfucking day. That's how fucking lame this shit is. Look, you ain't even getting point 18.8 times. What was that? 18%? I mean, it's not bad. But I don't know. Like I said, at one point in time playing the game, like I said, for me, I wasn't even using them because it's like, well, I've got my boosters on. That's good. I mean, the modifiers on top of it, that would be great, but I didn't like sacrificing my build for the point of them. And see, you get people splitting off like this, and if they splitting off, then you ain't getting all the motherfucking drops because it's a spawn limit. How long these take to fucking spawn. You ain't clearing the motherfucking ass areas as fast if you fucking splitting up. You know, and I've seen people recommend the point too. Oh, split up, you can do this, that, and the other. Stay put, don't travel around. And it's like, wait a minute. So if I'm splitting up, am I getting the drop? Nope. If I'm splitting up,
have the lower tire modules take up less capacity than the higher tiered ones.
yeah, they got stuff like that. I mean, but you know what I'm saying? I mean, you're not really trying to, you know, deal with that. I mean, it's not a big deal, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Warframe and getting shit going. I mean, because it's been out for so long, because you have people that you know, have been playing the game as long as they've been playing it, you know what I'm saying? You can just bust through a lot of the content, no problem. I mean, yeah, at first, like any other these MMOs, you gotta, you know, build up your materials and shit like that, you know. So, you know, you might want to put a little bit of coin in and get the boosters or some shit like that, you know. I mean, like I said, this MMO just came out, so some of my gripes I have is because I've been spoiled with Warframe and what they do, how they do it, as well as the fact that I've been playing it for 9 years. So it's like, unless they require you to have some new type of material for some shit,
August warp energy surge confirmed. Looks like we'll be met with defensive forces.
Don't have a problem with the point. Yeah, I can't switch to my farm, man. Of course, can't access my motherfucking build. You got some cooldown because I had that bullshit ass fucking ass timer shit. I don't know. This mission kind of bugs me a little bit. It's silly. But I mean, to each their own. You know what I'm saying? Everybody play the game however it appeals to you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I said, I just know I have a good divide to cross in accomplishing the goals I have to accomplish, which has a lot to do with re-leveling these fucking characters over and over again, as well as I want to get my own time and experience with figuring what works for me with my strategy skills and tactics in regard to each character. And I'm not going to get that playing this kind of bullshit right here. I'm going to get that playing higher level difficulty enemies, more aggressive circumstances, and like I said, the defense gives you that. Now granted, they're not necessarily always gunning for you, they're gunning for the target, but you know, it still to me gives me a better challenge than this. And you know, even with the boosters on, I'm at level 15. And I've been too much to do, and not enough time to do it. Trying to be a stay-at-home dad for my son, and even though my wife decided to want to put him in daycare for the social experience and all this other shit, that's fun. You know, I still got to wake up every morning. Take him in, pick him up, spend time with him until my wife has time to want to spend with him. They got shit we have to do around the house. Still looking for some other work from home job opportunities. Because I mean, so I want to be a full-time broadcaster. I mean, I'd rather be a partner to get some sustainability at being a full-time broadcaster. I should say that, because I mean, I put in full-time for sure. It's not paying any bills so far. I mean, it's not paying anything. It never has. So. Work at other shit until such time as this becomes a manner in which I can earn a living, a wage. But yeah, it's just. But yeah, I'm starting a lot of these other new games coming out. I don't know, it's kind of funny how little I'm really feeling. I like the idea of some of these games, but at the same time, the reality of it is a little, not as, what's coming. Like I said, I like the look of the Wukong that's coming out. It looks pretty cool. At the same time, it's like I like to play games where I can relate to or really get into the nature of the character. I'm fascinated by the point of the plot and the storyline. For whatever reason, I mean, it looks great. Like, I love to watch people play it, but I'm not really feeling the point of it personally. I mean, to me, I know a little bit about the background of it, and I'm gonna look at a couple other things too to try to see if the myth and lore of it captivates me. I mean, from what I understand, it comes from the whole Wukong thing. I think it comes derives from Hanuman, which is one of the Hindu gods. I think. If not, looks a lot like him. And the whole aspect of the that in regard to Hanuman and the importance of him, and people in regard to Hindu history and religious practices and understanding. It's mad cool. It's mad cool. I mean, it's fascinating how people still worship him to this day. There's individuals that
high-level bogus closing in.
Yeah, you're not really feeling it either, right, Aisha? It's interesting. I mean, number one, like, him sound, the whole monkey sounds that he makes, it's sort of like, if he's as big as he is, and if he's sort of, I guess, as evolved as he is, why does he sound like a monkey hanging from a tree? Ooh, it's like, what the fuck? Like, I wasn't impressed by that. I mean, the graphics, the visualization, the enemy concepts, his abilities seem pretty cool, but I'm just not in it like that. Like, for example, like, when I'm playing a game, like, I like to, what if I had that ability? What if I, had those powers and could do X, Y, Z? Or I'm really into the look of the females, for example, in the way they're designed, and how cool they might look, and again, it's how cool are they manifesting their abilities. See these motherfuckers dead? See what I'm saying? See what I'm fucking saying? This is that bullshit. This is that bullshit. This is that bullshit. The reason why I don't like fucking with this mission, it's like every last one of these motherfuckers dead. I'm running my mouth, so I'm not even really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's my bad. But it's like, what the fuck? These fucking enemies ain't shit. Work on your fucking build. Like, what the fuck? Just pisses me off. Anyway, but like I said, back to the point about, the nature of what compels me to play a game. is, you know, can I relate to the character? Is it something that I, you know, would like to live out the fantasy of per se? You know, like especially something like Spider-Man. Like even as a kid, favorite Halloween costume was my Super Spider-Man outfit. Like motherfucker couldn't make up his mind about whether or not I wanted to be Superman or Spider-Man. So I was like, I want to be Super Spider-Man. Anyway, and look, today in today's Insomniac game, you can fly around with some fucking ass web wings, like motherfucking Superman in his own way, and do your Spider-Man thing too. Right. But yo, I hate these monkey fucks and they goddamn knock you on your ass bullshit. See what I'm saying? Why I don't like this shit? See what I'm fucking saying? Pick these motherfuckers up like goddamn fucking shit. Anyway, so you know, when it comes to games that have female characters that me as a heterosexual cisgender male, all that fucking jibber jabber just to say I'm fucking, I don't dig dick or anything else, excuse me. Anyway, point is that if it's a female character, cool. I'll run around with the female character. Yes, they're wonderful to look at, far more appealing than a male per se, but I'm not running around as a male character looking at the male in a way whether it's appealing or not. I'm running around as a male character as in a way of relating or emulating or projecting myself in that point of the character. You know, and I don't go around looking at myself getting off. You know, nor would I, or I'm not, you know, like running around with these male characters of a point of going, oh, you know, this is hot to look at or this is better to look at. I'm like, I'm looking to see how cool my character might look. You know, how stylish are they? Does it feel good to me to run around like this? Similar to my picture on my YouTube channel. It's me on my motorcycle, wearing my black leathers. You know what I'm saying? Riding my shit properly. You know what I'm saying? I got proper skins and shit looking proper as well. You know what I'm saying? It's tailored to fit. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, I do it in real life the same way I've done it. I do it in these video games. And so if I'm using a female character, it's kind of like, okay, that's pretty to look at. I can't relate to the motherfucker because I don't have tits in the ass. I don't want to have tits in the ass. I don't mind enjoying some tits in the ass in the bedroom, but okay. You know, does the character have a cool backstory? Is the character appealing in regard to the way they do what they do? Is the story to the game cool? You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of shit I'm looking for when I do play a game with a female character. Because I mean, it's to me, it's way too natural to play a video game and your character gets shot or killed or they get hit or they get hurt and you go, oh, I'm dead. Oh, I got knocked down. You're going, I. You're relating to it. You're emulating with the character. I fucking get weirded out when I'm playing a female character and I say I. It's like, what the fuck? What? I ain't no bitch. I'm not, excuse me, I mean, not in the worst sense of the word. But I'm just saying, I'm not a female. I'm not a woman. So I always have to catch myself or re-gear my mentality to the manner in which I'm playing the game. So, you know, that's just me. I mean, different strokes for different folks. You know, some people don't mind whatever the hell they say or how they think about whatever they're doing when they're doing it. They're just happy to be doing it. Okay, that's nice. Look at him. Look at him. Dead. See, I don't find this to be fun. I don't find this to be fun. And he just gave up the ghost. I don't find this to be fun. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't let these motherfuckers die but so many fucking times or we fail the fucking mission. Look at that. 20, almost 25 fucking minutes. 25 fucking minutes, and I got 20 levels. And that's until we get to the point where the XP starts to slow down because of the level, because of how long it takes. I mean, it's decent. It's decent amount of XP, I guess, for the point, but yeah. Like I said, I got about 45 more minutes left, so I'm gonna scoot on over to the defense. I've kind of burnt the kind of time I had for it. But yeah, so that's what's up with me when it comes to trying to relate to these games or get into the nature of the characters. And let me switch this fucking bill before I forget. And the reason why I tend to choose what I choose. But yeah, so it's like, as far as these new games in Wukong, like I said, you know, Hindu religion, I'll say it like that out of respect. I mean, some people refer to it as Hindu mythology. I mean, for millions of people, it's more than just a myth. At the same time, like I said, it's fascinating. I really dig it. I mean, I even, you know, with the whole Hanuman and this aspect of what is it called again here? The Monkey King thing, Wukong, right? Wukong, and you know, Chinese, you know, they lean heavily on a lot of Indian culture and history. I mean, what Chinese martial arts, kung fu, as it's understood, was developed from yoga. You know, a Hindu traveled into China and taught the Buddhists, the monks, Tai Chi and body, embody kinetic movement to help them from the boredom and to help them from, you know, and stay conditioned. And, you know, because many monks were like former warriors and shit like that, you know, wanted a more peaceful life and needed a place of refuge and safety. And after their fighting was done, I mean, you know, to a way to sustain themselves and have something rather than, you know, nothing. But yeah, I mean, it was, you know, and so the martial arts were developed through Kung Fu, which means working man, was developed through Tai Chi, from Tai Chi. You know, how to move your body efficiently in whatever it is that you do, how to breathe efficiently while you move your body. And, you know, as well as the points of, you know, the religious practice of, you know, Buddhism. I mean, and a lot of certain aspects came from that. Buddha, you know, as far as with his teachings from other religions, Krishna, and what's the other religion I'm thinking of? Yeah, the Hare Krishnas. That's another one. Like I said, a lot of things lean heavily off of like Indian history and their religious practices. But the Hanuman aspect or the Wukong, as far as I understand, it's coming from Indian history in regard to the Hindu beliefs in Hanuman, the god and his people that he was a part of. There were other individuals that were this sort of evolved, very close to man, monkey people, so to speak. Well, they had tails, fur, you know, but they were, forgot exactly how they were referenced, but I would just say Hanuman's people for the most part. But supposedly they're also too responsible for helping build one of the land bridges from India to Africa, or I forgot, it was another continent somewhere. Anyway, mad history involved with all that. And I mean, to the point where I don't, you know, you guys said what came first? People that had the genetic predisposition to have a tail, there is what's called vegetable, not vegetable, vestige. God damn, I'm getting tongue tied. But basically, the word means ancient DNA for having a tail, dating back to the point where humans were still more like a mammal and a rodent type situation, where we had a tail. And there's still mosaic patterning within our DNA for that situation to happen. As well as certain people do look at it as a condition or genetic deformity that one can breed through, to say the least. But yeah, there's Hindus in India that brag about having a tail. I mean, you know, there's a lot of there's I mean, that is a very common situation within the Caucasus people genetics genome. During World War I, World War II, many soldiers had to have what they call tail docks, or they had to have their little nubbins removed because it was having these, they were getting infections and issues riding around in the tanks all the time. And they don't talk about it all the time, but like my grandmother was a registered nurse for newborns, so it's a very common, you know, practice to have that modification done at birth to remove the little nubbin for a lot of, you know, folks. But yeah, I mean, to me, the whole Hunaman thing or the Monkey King thing draws heavily on that, you know, and you know, helps excuse, validate, and give fantasy and myth and captivation to that myth, lore, and reality. But yeah, I mean, there are a lot of people like bragging about their little tails that they have, and it's been evident in some various different adult materials. You'll see the back end of somebody and they got this little indentation right above their tailbone. It's like, oh, they used to have a tail. They had a tail dock. Oh, okay, cool, cute. But yeah, like for the whole Monkey King thing, like for some odd reason, I just, you know, I don't know. It looks great. I really want to watch people's gameplay with it, but it's just, I just don't relate in that way. It just hasn't really grabbed me. But I want to look into some more of the backstory behind what this Monkey King game is going into, and see if that captivates me a little bit more. But it just looks really, really good. You know, I'm not sure so much that the nature of the combat is really thrilling me. Like, I've seen some people hype for it. I've seen some people that, you know, really like to sort of unlock or decipher or trick out those types of games in various different ways, to, you know, master the game or hack the game, so to speak, play it in ways that weren't intended, that are advantageous or whatever. I don't know. I like to play a game that is in a way where it's efficient to do whatever the fuck I'm doing. Like, I'm not going to play a game and go, like with Spider-Man, oh, how many combos can I do against the enemy? Can I hit the enemy 50 times to fucking beat him? Like, fuck that. Nigga, fuck that. And plus, dude, I'm playing a character like Spider-Man when he lift a fucking car. Yo, I mean, he's already pulling his punches. You know what I'm saying? He had mad training from fucking folks. Like, what the fuck is he hitting somebody 50 times for? You know what I'm saying? I should be one hit that mother. Bow! Just enough. Knockout. Done. You know, but that's me. I mean, that's how I actually fight real life. I'm not gonna fucking spend fucking forever fighting some person. That's just inefficient and stupid. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know, no. So, you know, I tend to like to translate whatever I'm doing within the fantasy realm of video games in a manner of which I would do something in real life if I could. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be a hateful person in the game. I'm not going to, you know, would I be in real life? I'm not going to do football shit to people in a game, nor would I do it in real life. If I had the power and the responsibility of that power in real life, I would be hitting a motherfucker 50 times and trying to juggle their ass in the air. And how about, oh, one hit combo, oh, look, oh, no, I clicked the move and did it. What? Okay, that's cute. That's nice you figured that out. Alright, it's entertaining, I guess. But I sure ain't fucking playing the game like that, and I'm not going to... Fuck. Anyway, sound like being a glass cannon in these games. Like, I would not want to be running... I was in the military. I wouldn't be running out in the battlefield. I'm a glass cannon. Look, I can carry 2 missile launchers on each shoulder, and I have no body armor, and get the fuck out of here. My own soldiers would probably shoot me because I'm a liability. Use my body as a motherfucking ass shield and take my motherfucking missile launchers and use them properly. So, you know, like I said, I just don't do certain shit in games. And I know everybody wants to play how they want to play. Have your fun. Don't knock me. I ain't gonna knock you, even though I can critique the mentality of it in relationship to myself. I'm not criticizing the individual. So, you know, how they say, hate the game, not the player. So that, to me, that's the game of it. The individual is the one that wants to play it that way. So, I ain't knocking you, don't knock me. But the manner in which that's done, fuck. So, like with Wukong and many of these other games coming out, and even like something like this, I would be looking towards how efficiently can I defeat the enemy. How, you know, is there a finesse, a savvy, my own skill, strategy, and tactic that I can employ, which would, you know, say, maybe make a difference amongst other players. That's how I like to enjoy this type of game. You know, so that doesn't always get the clicks, that don't always get the views. Because we must stop them before we suffer, like I said, a lot of times with I'm counting on you. People get attention for is not the better of things, in my opinion. You know, it's the spectacle. You know, so clicking your moves, juggling and hitting enemies 500 times and all kinds of other shit like that. That's a spectacle. That's gonna get people wanting to tune in and, oh, look at this. So, I don't know. We'll see. But like I said, I'm not necessarily getting these games to see who's gonna look at me playing it or what kind of traffic I can garner on my attention. That is a consideration, mind you. But I want to enjoy what I'm doing. And, you know, I want to preserve the memory of my gameplay to the point of that I enjoyed it, you know, as well. Yes, the XP gains all slow down. Shit, I'm in these higher fucking levels. So yeah, I mean, you know, the Star Wars thing is kind of cool. I like that concept of Star Wars, but the thing is what draws me to Star Wars is the fucking Jedi and the Sith and, you know, Grey Jedi and all that type of shit. I mean, running around as a rebel with a gun, yeah, that's great for military indoctrination, but like it doesn't captivate me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, there's nothing about what I'm seeing and it captivates me. And of course, you're running around as a female protagonist that they've sort of uglied up or toned down how attractive the real life individual was that they used for the model of the character. You know what I'm saying? And that's just lame.
It would be a huge tactical loss if we surrendered our resources to the enemy. We must defend the supplies at all costs.
You know, I don't know. Not really feeling the whole Star Wars thing the way I would like to be feeling. What's the other game that's coming out? Warhammer. That's coming to the PlayStation. recent version of it. And that, I mean, I love the myth and the lore surrounding it. I love the storyline involved with it. But, I don't know. Like, the characters that you get to play as don't really thrill me or captivate me. It's nothing that I would necessarily want to be if I had the opportunity in life. You know, some motherfucker that's strapped into a fucking ass armored suit till he fucking die. Like, I don't know if that's what I would do. You know, and it's all bulky and chunky. You know, it's nothing aesthetically pleasing about it, in my opinion. You know, gameplay looks visceral, and it's kind of cool to fight the hordes in the way that it's coming through, but like, I'm just not digging it. I'm just not captivating me in the way that.
Character is the key for immersion. They gotta be someone the player would vibe with, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever that is that does it for you, you know, you want to go in for it. Like I said, I'm not getting that in the way of the Star Wars Rebel thing or whatever the fuck it's called, and I'm just not feeling it the way I would like to with the Warhammer thing. And really with the Warhammer thing, I guarantee you people ain't gonna really be tuning in for the storyline or for the player versus player action. They're gonna be wanting to see the PvP horseshit. And that's gonna be a fucking joke. You know what I'm saying? Because it's whoever's getting the best favor when it comes to gameplay stability and server lag, or not no lag. That's just gonna win the day with that. And we begin with fucking peer-to-peer rather than dedicated servers, so it's gonna be unbalanced as fuck. It's gonna be unbalanced as fuck. And so, like, I've never cared for PvP games that have you in, you know, peer-to-peer servers, because it's either you're taking advantage of somebody else that has a lower quality of the situation than you do, or they're taking advantage of your fucking shitty fucking ass level of quality in your connection. And it's just like, no thank you. No fucking thank you, because I'm taking it rather sincerely, sometimes a little too seriously, in regard to wanting to do well and to win. I'm competitive, same as the next person. And when I understand the playing field to be unfair because of, you know, something like how your server's set up, like, fuck that. Like, it's just not cool. And then I believe it's going to be cross-platform. So if you're going to be playing against people on PC, you got to watch out for the motherfucking hackers and shit. I've had my time and my experience playing games like that. Metal Gear Solid Online or some shit like that. Cross-platform, fucking PC players hacking like a motherfucker. You know, I played the For Honor game, where I'm dealing with the peer-to-peer servers and the fucking ass competitive nature of players, and the shitty fucking ass situation with that. No fucking thank you. It just amazes me how many times people sign up for that. I mean, without protest. And I'm like, dude, they're making enough to give you a dedicated server. Yeah, it's gonna cut back on their fucking profits, but they can give you some dedicated servers. You know, this is horse shit to allow this fucking standard to go on when it comes to fucking competitive gaming. Like, what the hell? And like, you'd want to think when it comes to these tournaments and these championships, they've got dedicated servers. I mean, because, like, what the fuck? Like, I couldn't imagine thousands of dollars on the line, sponsorships, all kinds of shit, and you don't have fucking dedicated servers when it comes to the peer-to-peer situation. Or I guess maybe they make it fair because they're all playing in a room together, so they're all on the same server. I don't know. Hopefully it's balanced. I have not yet looked into how that's set up. It ain't like that at home. I tell you that much, if it is anything close to what's going on. So, yeah. So, like I said, the Warhammer thing, like the idea of it, love the lore behind Warhammer. Mad fucking cool. Mad dark. Mad cool. But, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. And then you got what, Assassin's Creed coming out late this year, and that's kind of interesting because, like I said, I'm got a lot of black in my family. I'm considered a black man, regardless of my Turkish and Creole hair, genetic backup. I've got black in me too, 100%. Look like a black man, sound like a black man, I'm sure. So, appreciate the brother, you know what I'm saying? But, and the fact that they're really ad-libbing and modifying the real history of an actual black samurai in Japan. That's fine. This is a fantasy genre. I get it. Of course, I would be playing as a straight male in it, and that might be refreshing to see. I mean, who knows what other folks are going to do with them, because apparently both characters, the male and female character you can play in this next Assassin's Creed game, you can have whatever type of gendered relationship you want. So hopefully that dude isn't rolling over in his grave, as they say. Like, what? I'm quite sure he was probably a straight male, but or cisgendered, as they want to call it. Anyway, whatever, dude. Like I said, I mean, to each their own. Life goes on. I ain't gonna knock it. That's with your bag, as long as with consenting adults. Enjoy it. 100%. I mean that without any slight or sarcasm. But for me to want to emulate in that manner, and that's great because that they do offer that variety for these characters. And that way, similar to myself and how I like to emulate or relate to the character in relationship to myself, other people get to have the same opportunity, regardless of their spectrum of gender or identification that they may be on. So I really thoroughly enjoyed the first 3 or 4 or 5, I can't remember where I left off with, Assassin's Creed games I played, and it would be really cool to play a black character in Assassin's Creed and see how that comes together. Like I said, I'm not going to be playing it for its reality and off of history. I mean, it's a video game, and I fully aware that they are taking serious liberty on all kinds of shit. How the female dressed, not necessarily that she was a ninja or a samurai or anything like that. Like there are documented cases of all that, but certain aspects, the way she was dressing around in public, come out. And people see her walking around with a title on the back, they be like, "What the fuck are you on?" She'd have to have all that shit well hidden.
Descendant, we've been waiting for you.
But
our soldiers have
so like I said, about the closest I'm feeling with might be the Assassin's Creed.
These resources were seized from the enemy fortress.
And which gives me time to continue to level up in the first Descendant. Warframe is going to be coming out to Warframe 1999, which is going to be hot. It's going to be Bombay. So definitely looking forward to that. So first Descendant might be taking a back seat once that shit happens. We only got 3 people. Okay. Damn, Slick.
Hear that, Descendant? We're detecting enemy.
What's up with that build, bro? You embarrassing the Lepic squad. What the fuck?
Get your shit together.
Work on that build, son. You know what I'm saying? Use them reactions for your damage on your skills. Use them components for your survivability. And fucking put survivability in your build until you get an opportunity to start increasing the module socket capacity to do anything different. Use your weapon for the motherfucking damage. People I know, they want to play how they play, but motherfuckers, it's nice to want to play how you want to play, but it's like, yo, have some respect for the fucking people you're playing with too. Like, don't you think that they want to play a certain way, like where they actually succeed at what they're doing and they're not failing at it? Don't you think they want to do damage too, rather than sit there and pick your ass up off the fucking ground? like I said, it's interesting how much people want you to respect certain things a certain way, but they then don't give you the respect on the other end of it to have you provide the respect that they're looking to have. I want to play how I want to play. Well, motherfucker, I want to play how I want to play too. And that involves not picking your ass up off the fucking ground. How about that? That involves fucking doing damage instead of being your fucking hero so I don't lose the fucking match. How about that? See, you don't hear that side of the argument. And if you do, they want to hate on your ass. And it's like, and see, what is he doing? What is he doing? Like, bro, back out the mission. Like, shut your, you know what I'm saying? Quit. Like, if you having issues. Oh, shit. I have to check my proficiency level. Okay.
Hear that, Descendant?
38.
We're detecting enemy movements all over the place.
I need to put something on the beam rifle joints. Cool. Nigga, put that pop gun away. The fuck? Oh my god. There was a scene in a movie called Harlem Nights where they were just laid out mad gunfire on some enemies. And this dude was standing off to the side in their group just with this little cap gun almost. Going pop, 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 pop. And yo, he got so mad with his bullshit, like, what the fuck you got a little fucking cap gun? The fuck? Nigga, fuck you, man, you ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? You got a motherfucking level 10 Sharon rescuing your ass.
Descendant, signals indicate that our storage box
That's embarrassing.
Bro, my RNG is crazy high today.
It's crazy high. Really? So you're getting really good drop rates? Fantastic.
The second ultimate DS at 6% drop.
Fantastic. Yeah, I wish I was in a position to really take advantage of seeing what that's like. Like I said, I'm on a agenda to try to do what I'm trying to do. I mean, it'd be great if they made some adjustments to how, you know, their so-called drop rates actually do correspond with the probability of them happening. But like I said, it's always an individual experience as far as what people have, you know, get to have when it comes to RNG for Jesus, bestowing the good graces upon them. You know, at this point, I don't even give a fuck. Let that motherfucker die. If you want to cause the mission to fucking fail because of it, then let him. And you know it's on him. And you get to see exactly why the motherfucking mission failed, because of that simple shit. You know, I can see if he was in there doing some bombastic fucking damage with his horse shit fucking build. Nope. He got a motherfucking handgun. He ain't even got a hand cannon. It's a handgun. Pop, 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 pop. Maybe it is a hand cannon. It just sounds like shit. I don't know. A couple of them are like that. What the fuck? Yep, we're gonna let you die. Yep, and it will cause the mission, but you know what? You don't know why the mission failed, because of your bitch ass.
Reload.
Damn it. The Volga's closing in is one that took out a lot of our soldiers. It must be stopped. The storage box is approaching its damage tolerance threshold. You need to defeat the enemy forces quickly.
Load.
Inevitable. That was inevitable. It doesn't look like I will make it to 40 before I have to jump off the game. Maybe I might try one of these other missions where see if I can luck up on some drop rate. But see, everything I'm trying to go after, bro, is like 1% drop chance. Hard difficulty, 2.5% drop chance. It's like, could it get any worse? I mean, like, why don't they just say no drop chance, man? Like, what the, like, it's just wrong. Just fucking wrong, in my opinion, man, with this shit. Hold on. Let me see. Let me see if I can just go after something that I directly need. What did I get over here? Oh, that's right. I got some fucking color shit from one of the in-game accomplishments they gave me. Plastic back black. Ooh. Excuse me. Wait a minute. Access info. Been trying to go after the firearm. See what I'm saying? Only place I get that shit is fucking obstructor. I don't feel like dealing with that bullshit right now. Let me see, is there any other fucking Lepic ultimate mod? I mean, yeah, Transcendent mod I might be able to go after. Overclock no longer increases skill power, firearm damage. That's not a bad one to go after. That's an interesting one. Where can I get this? Dead Bride. Where can I get this? Fusion reactors, void fusions. Magister Lab in Kingston. That might be fun. Surveillance radar mission. Strategic outpost. And that's a public type mission. Let's go see what's up that real quick. But yeah, so I think what I'll probably do is just hold off on getting some of these other games. I mean, I mean, like I was thinking about maybe just fucking with them for the point of just what level of enjoyment I would get out of them. Like the Star Wars thing, or the Warhammer thing, or, you know, you know, Wukong, and like, you know, to see what attention it might garner to the channel just in the point of playing it. But I doubt if it's going to really bring me any motherfucking ass traffic. Or if it does, it would be very minimal. Not to say that it wouldn't be valuable. Any is valuable. All is valuable, you know, in my opinion, regardless. But is it worth the expense and the time and effort? And the taken away from what I'm trying to do with these other things. Like, it's just, you know, you have to just sort of balance out your time and time somewhere along the way. You can't, like, I can't do it all, you know, in that kind of regard. It's just no way. Not enough time. I don't have enough time, and you know, it's expensive too. And I've already put more than I care to think of in regard to this here. But I've kind of done that like every 5 years or so. There'll be an MMO, and it's just like, you know, it's online type games where it's like I want to play it a certain way, and but the only way that's going to happen is for me to put a little bit of money into this, or a lot. Sometimes. So there you have it.
HQ here. Commence mission to recapture Magister Lab.
Is there a resupply thing in here? But yeah. Yeah. But you know, I might change my mind with some of them. Like I said, I hope some of the lore that I'll get to look into as far as Wukong might tell me to go there with that. Because it would be interesting to see how I might decide to want to play it. And, you know, it does look cool. Like I said, it's one of those games where I feel like it looks like something that I would enjoy watching other people play rather than myself. And I mean, I'm glad I have that kind of aspect. Like you know, like my wife has played certain games, like for example, Dead Space. She played Dead Space. I love watching her play Dead Space way more than I wanted to play it myself. I like the idea that she did want to play it, but after watching her play it and beat it, I was like, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with that. You know. Yeah, it was Drake's Adventure or some shit like that. Played that too. I enjoyed watching her play it more so than I like playing. I thought to want to play it myself. You know, and that's probably going to be the case with Warhammer and maybe the Star Wars game. But I don't know. Like, there's certain aspects about the Star Wars game and the way they trying to push you to buy this a certain way and spend a certain way. You can't even play all the missions in the game unless you buy a certain edition of the game. You know what? That's not good, but okay. I get it. You want to make your money. More so than necessary. And like I said, it looks cool in its own way, but like, it just doesn't captivate me. You know, and that's one thing about Star Wars that I've always enjoyed, is being captivated by it, being compelled by it. Shall see. I need to make up my mind on some of these games because it's like they're like, some of them are like a week or two away, and if I do get them, I'd want to get the missions to get all the goodies. To be honest with you, I'm the only one I've ever noticed use Lepic's traction grenade in that way. Traction grenade. What the hell is it called again? It's number 3. Yes, I was saying right, traction grenade. In a way to revive enemies. Allies.
Shield is down.
I love it.
Not doing good. Oh, I need healing.
I swear.
Let's set everything on fire.
What the fuck just hit me? What the fuck just hit me? Oh my god, is everybody down?
Get up, Lepic.
Hey bitches. Hey bitches. Hey bitches. I done rescued y'all plenty of times. Pick a motherfucker up, please.
Money on your feet.
Thank you.
Wow, where?
No dinner. Gotta remember to start. Hurry up and get up, Lepic.
Mission complete. Thank you.
Yeah, you know they ain't gonna give me no motherfucking Transcendent mod. Nope. Never, ever, ever. Not ever, never, but very rarely. Very rarely. Very rarely. Where do we stand with things? Okay, that one is done. Machine gun. So let's see, unfinished study. So unfinished study is the last one that we need to have level. What the fuck are these white stats? What is that? What does that mean? Is that a glitch? Is that something I started noticing these that a couple of fucking updates ago, and it's like that I've never, or at least like a hot fix or two ago. I can't remember what it was, update or hot fix, but I started noticing these white stats on weapons. Like, what is that? That was never there in the beginning of the game when the game came out. Anyway, makes no sense. Okay, so 38-23. Ooh, getting close to the next master rank. Like, you just have to set aside so many other things just to do any one particular thing. Like, you know, leveling up. It's just, oh man. Fuck it. Let's just go ahead and get, like I said, as much as we can on this level. Getting him to 40 again as we can. While we can. Phone going off about so much lately.
I'll stop them.
We got another Lepic, Ajax.
Descendant, we've been waiting for you. Our soldiers have suffered extensive casualties while holding off the enemy onslaught. These resources were seized from the enemy fortress. They must be transported safely to Albion.
Did it make the switch in time? Okay, cool. Now we got one of them old anxious bunnies. Had me wasting my fucking shit. We'll wait for her to excuse me, waves get more harder.
Tactical loss if we surrendered our resources to the enemy. We must defend the supplies at all costs.
It's funny how some of the ugliest weapons sound the best and feel the best when you shoot. This weapon is, you know, it's cool looking, but it's kind of ridiculous at the same time. I mean, it goes along with your whole steampunk sort of vibe they have going on with the style in the game, but like, not, look at this weapon, it's necessarily my favorite. It feels great. As far as action and response, reload time. Man, it's kind of funny too.
We must
thinking
stop
about
them
it,
before we
like,
suffer even greater losses. I'm counting on you.
kind of crazy. Like with my boosters, the drop rate, the efficiencies, like it still takes me this long to level my character. Like, wow, I'd be moving slowly. I didn't have that shit on. It's just not cool.
You're next.
Oh shit.
Yeah, with a Lepic, 2 Lepics, Ajax, and a bunny, it should be alright.
Watch out, Descendant. The enemy is launching another offensive.
Reload.
AJ's got his jump build on. That's nice. Like we working well together on this one. So far. It's good to see an Ajax using some of those other abilities besides just his little shields.
Descendant. The enemy is launching another offensive.
Kind of mistaken that thing the other Lepic with Ajax.
Get ready.
Like, not until I see the other Lepic's trashing grenades, I'm like, oh shit, that was the other Lepic. Good range.
We must stop them before we suffer even greater losses. I'm counting on you, Descendant.
What wave is this? Surprised we haven't made it to the reward wave yet.
Tactical loss if we surrendered our resources to the enemy. We must defend the supplies at all costs.
Loading.
Mega Man. Mega Blast. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah.
Take this.
Like they're just trying to hold on to their kite. They seem intent on driving out Albion forces completely.
Nice. Let's go for it. Yeah. Yeah. Nice to come across a solid team. Let's do it.
Tactical loss. We surrendered our resources to the enemy. We must defend the supplies at all costs.
Damn it. something else if you made that shit.
Doesn't seem like they're just trying to hold on to their Kuiper. They seem intent on driving out Albion forces completely.
Keep struggling.
Nice. 38, 2 more to go. Yeah, it's when you get to these higher levels on the defense, I don't know what it is, but you just seem to get way more efficiency. I don't know. Maybe increasing enemy level difficulty? It's hard to call. Damn, scout rifle. Shit.
Hear that, Descendant? We're detecting enemy movements all over the place.
What? How did he get past the like gunfire? That's out of here, man. That was bullshit. Wow, nice. Let's go. Got Morphic.
ready.
Soldiers. It must be stopped.
In it to win it. I kind of forget, like, so many times not making it to wave 7 in this, or even past it, like, how much faster you can progress through the waves and get to the reward section, like, after wave 7. It's way faster. Way more frequent. It almost seems like it gets easier if you got a good team. Damn, I'm almost to 42. Fantastic. That's what I'm talking about. Boom. Big 40. Big 4-0. Yeah, see, like if I knew what I wanted to do, probably could put an R there. I don't want to waste it and mess up. But I think that's what I want to do. Let's do it. Pretty critical.
We must stop them before we suffer even greater losses. I'm counting on you.
Not to miss out on this XP, but quite sure I'm going to do that. Tilly. It's good. It's better to be safe than sorry. I hadn't realized I was going to hit 40. That's an M. That's an R. Fuck it. That's crazy. I'm already level 3. Like, what was that, 2 seconds or some shit? Jesus.
Volga's closing in is one that took out a lot of our soldiers.
Really well.
It must be stopped.
I'm impressed. Get a good team in his defense. It's the way to go on that level. For sure, for sure, for sure. Like that damn sterile land shit was like you getting a level per wave, and that was at the lower end of it, starting out at level 1. I'm already in level 7, and I mean what?
our resources to the enemy. We must defend the supplies at all costs.
Oh, damn. Damn, I got caught the wrong way. Appreciate it, bro.
Thanks.
Capture Descendant.
Descendant, signals indicate that our storage box has been damaged.
Yep. No. Oh, damn. Got that shit. Nice. Oh, no. No, don't go. Oh. Oh. Good game, nonetheless. It was well done. Well done. But I understand. Getting a little crunchy. It's getting a little crunchy. Yeah, we got not only got to our level 440, we're able to reset and got up to another level 10. Set us up nicely for next time. And we'll be able to test out the whole different mod slots per build type thing. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, it's that time for me. Ooh, we got a master rank up, y'all. We got a master rank up, y'all. I don't know. Let's see. Have I? I'd like to do a showpiece with that on a Descendant. I haven't done the cinematic for. The cinematics are pretty freaking cool. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't done one with Lepic yet. I don't think. Well, I believe I did. It's just that, I'll be honest with you, it's unfortunate. I mean, not honest. I've always been honest about it. I did a update on my password, did an automatic recovery, and unfortunately that automatic recovery deleted 26 videos. And then when trying to figure out what was up and the advice from YouTube and freaking Google, how about we'll do another Google recovery, a purposeful recovery. Lost 7 more. But yeah, YouTube team through Twitch, and not Twitch, but Twitter, X, and contacted Google, everything. They said they're looking into it and gonna make everybody aware who can affect a difference in regard to that, because my account was not compromised, and it was really unfortunate that happened. It really was. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go with this one. So I like the look of this. I mean, it's not the fanciest per se or the flashiest look, but I think it's cool. So let's see our cinematic for our mastery rank. Hold on, I'm gonna remove my image here at the bottom. temporarily let this show. So yeah, so we get 3 inventory slots for the equipment, 3 more for the storage, and 20 more for consumable. I think. That doesn't sound right, but maybe. We're at 420 now. Oh, we'll see. 118. Cool. Master rate 21, y'all. Yeah. My inventory slots went up 20 points. Pretty cool. Okay. I'll take that. Cool. Remainder, suffix. Okay. How am I doing the inventory slots anyway? Okay, cool. Nice. Well, this was pretty, I feel it's fairly productive. At least got past the level 40, put 10 more on the next level within the time we had. Broadcast was like a little bit over 3 hours. Not bad. Achieved another mastery rank level. Not bad. And I think it's like only like 4 or 5 more master rank levels we can go before we're maxed out with everything, which is great. We surprised it still don't have enough to put the. Oh, there we go. Why wouldn't it let me do it before? Fuck. All right, bet. We are maxed out for what I'm trying to do for this build. At the moment. At the moment. Let me see. Configuration MP. Wonder what I could put in this. I don't know if what I want to really change this to. I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure what I want to change it to. Oh, I know what I do need to do. Regardless of what I want to change it to, like I said, I would need to do a build which caters to the different resistances. So, and like I said, when it comes to these different enemy types, like I could do a toxic build without any issue. I just take out the extension. I could do, like I'm saying, without compromising what I have going on. To me, the steel extension is the best one I could swap out. And I could put the polygenic antibody in there if I felt like that would be better suited than the steel extension, for example. And it's just crazy that to create another slot costs 100. But like, you know, trying to, let's see here. And why can't I just duplicate what I have in another build? I gotta fucking go through and re-equip everything all over again. Damn. Excuse me. But shit. Point is that this is going to be called toxic. I don't know which build I'll settle on. I'm not sure, you know. But a lot of things are fairly pretty much the same up to a certain point. Man, I hate the fact that this thing does this like this, whatever. Like I said, I wanted to do a. You can only do 5 builds? Well, ain't that a bitch? Damn. You can only do 5 builds? Man. Damn. That sucks. Cause see, I need at least like to kind of do what I'm trying to do, where I probably have to redo one of these slots to kind of keep my build the way I want to keep it without compromising it for the antibody shit. I would need to redo this slot for what I need it for. And like I can accommodate toxin already. So I guess what this one would probably be then would just take that out. So this one would probably be maybe do it alphabetical, I don't know. Code. And this would be maybe fire. Shit. And like because I could just take this out for toxin, we could leave it like that. Guess we just take a picture of this tank build. I mean, I could go with this and just take that out for my, just like a regular Lepic build. Or just swap out the mod when I need to. Yeah, because I would need to really technically know. Let me see. Shit, I didn't need to do that. I don't know. Just call it Ultimate Lepic for right now. Because I'm not really seeing how this is really that much that is necessary as I thought it might be. At least not at the moment. And I guess I can make this electric. That's too many letters. Really? It's just... And then, like, I think this might be all I need. Because, yeah, there's like 4 different damage types. Fire, electric, cold, and toxin. That's it. Toxin. Like I said, we do toxin over here for that. I don't know. Let me do it like this for a second until I figure it out better. Do it like this. Like I say, I took pictures of all the builds beforehand. Like I said, this would be toxic. Like I said, I would need to redo that for electric. And luckily, however I decided to want to do the cold antibody. Let me see. What is that? 4625. I can't remember which one gave me more. 4625. Okay. This gives you nothing. Unless you add it to the other, then it's something. That tends to be the case with a lot of these rare and ultimate level mods. It's like it stacks nicely on the base mod, but if you don't have it in there, it's kind of like, all right, it's cute that you can say you have it in there, but it ain't doing much of shit for you. It'll add on some aspects to your components per se, but yeah. Either way, it's the same module socket type, so it's not a big deal. So yeah, this is what essentially I could do to keep it at a at a point where everything else is the same, and I just change over just to one. I don't have this. It's HP then shield. Like I said, I don't know what I'll ultimately settle on for a build, but like I could make this one my variation because these two can stay the same. Like whatever my alternate go-to will be, it could be over here. I don't know at the moment. We'll see. So I actually want to kind of try this build out with this gun. I mean, I like the idea of what I had before, but I can always reset that up because I'm not going to change excuse me, anything else in this. I don't think it's going to be necessary. And I mean, if they start adding in bosses that require some redonkulous level of a resistance, then I'll just have to adjust accordingly beyond what's here. But essentially, we'll try out this having enough, we'll actually have to put 3 more catalysts on him, crystallization catalyst on Lepic to change these 3 out to fit this properly. Or else basically the only other option would be to give up some element of the build that I've created that I like in order to accommodate the resistances to deal with the void shits. I mean, at the moment, we can accommodate a toxin situation. So I don't know. So yeah, we'll work on that later. I need to go ahead and get going. But it's been a pleasure. And thank you all for viewing. And I think we'll continue again with Lepic one more episode at least. So definitely, viewers, thank you again. Take care and enjoy.
Thank you for viewing.